Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. In the title, I'll be doing another press on nail set, but this one is, I guess you could say it's Christmas, but it's winter, okay? So it's gonna be a lot of like texture, like sweater material texture and 3D. Um, and instead of doing like traditional sweater, we're doing like some heart theme. So I mean, I'm gonna say it's winter. We got some candy canes going on, snowflakes all around all year long. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna get started with showing you guys how I do the press-ons. I'm starting off with some extra short square because I like some short nails. Um, and I'm just using some extra short gel X nails. And to start off, I do buff out the nails and then wipe them down with a lint-free wipe with some alcohol on it. I feel like it makes the polish stick better and it also flattens the nail a little bit more. That makes sense. Like when I'm trying to put it on my natural nail, I feel like it makes it look better when I do this like press-ons. And right now I'm just applying some base coat so that my actual gel polish can, I don't want to say stick to, but it will look smoother on top of like some base coat. And I use the base coat initially to like help me see if there's any like lumps and bumps after or not lumps and bumps, but like any dust from me buffing the nail out, and it wasn't, but that's just, I like to use base coat. You don't really have to, but sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I did base coat, cured it for 30 seconds, and then I'm going in with some new polish. I'm using 3 layers of new polish, but my first 2 layers are going to be like a nudie brown, and as you can see, it's like sheer, so that's why I use 2 coats of it. But then my third one, I'm actually going with like a light pink nude, and I don't know, I wanted it to be like a little bit more on the pink side, so I used the pink one, but you really couldn't even tell in the video any difference after I applied it when you see it. But I did do 2 coats of this nudie brown, and each coat I did cure for 30 seconds, not 60, because I don't want the nails to like start misshaping or like bulk up too much. So I just do 30 seconds. I don't know if that really does what I think it does, but that's just what I like to do. And for the pink nude that I'm going to be showing you, I'm doing that also for, I think I did that like 45 seconds just because, just to make sure all the nude was cured up in the end. So after I apply all my nude, I'm going in with this white gel polish. What's like a gel putty? I don't know, but it's like white gel polish, and I'm going in with this just to make my designs. And I start off with a layer of white. Well, I did actually 2 layers of white for my designs, except for my snowflakes, just because I wanted it to be opaque because it's white with a little sheer putting on top of the nude. I'm not sure if it was sheer just because I'm doing it like as I'm using it as art. Um, what am I trying to say? I'm using it as art gel polish instead of using it as like a full nail that's white. So I don't know if that's why it's like a little sheer. It's not like 1 coat and done, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm using 2 coats of this, and I'm starting off with my pinky. I did like this. What's it called? Of I don't know what kind of line this is. I did a line across the nail And because this is the pinky and it's the smallest one and they're extra short, I did it like really small. I didn't want it to like bulk up the nail too much. And I'm also adding a snowflake on the nail, but my snowflakes are not going to be like textured except for my one finger that I'll show you guys later. So right now I'm doing my snowflake and I'm just using the dotting tool to do this, the simplest way to do a snowflake. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to cure these for 60 seconds because I don't want the white to smear. So that's what I did for these. For my next nail, I'm actually going in with a French tip. I'm making a French tip on my middle finger, and it is a short square, so I'm not doing like uh I don't want to say like a too deep of a French, but I'm doing a French to the point where you can see it's a French. And I'm doing hearts on this nail as well, so I wanted to have a little bit of space to do those, but I'm using the same white polish and I'm doing a French nail on the middle finger. And every nail I did do 2 coats of white except for the snowflakes. But I didn't show me doing 2 coats, so just keep in mind that this is one layer, and then when I skip a little further ahead, I did do 2 coats of white, just so that everyone knows, okay? Okay, so for my thumb, I'm also going with that same like uh I don't know, this is diagonal, horizontal, whatever. I'm going in with a line across the nail the same way I did the pinky, but more across the entire nail instead of just like the tip of the nail. And on my thumbs, I did end up doing a snowflake, but I showed that towards the end because I didn't do it at the beginning like I was supposed to, and I realized almost when I was almost done the nails that I messed up. So this is the thumbnail, but remember I am going in back later on this same nail to make the snowflake. Yeah. Okay, so this is like the hardest nail for me to do. I'm trying to do that candy cane nail design where they're like swirls. And this is my first time really trying it. So I tried it with the dotting tool method, like they all show, and then like just making curves and all that. I don't know how to really explain what I'm doing, but you can watch. But this is just my take on trying to do like that candy cane design without the basic candy cane design. If that makes any sense, okay? I don't know. Okay, so after I did all the nails with 2 coats on them, now I'm going in with some matte gel polish and I'm matting up all the nails. And as you can see, my ring finger is like one of the only nails that doesn't have any white on it yet because I will be doing snowflakes on that nail and making those textured. So I didn't have to do any white in advance because I'm not doing 2 layers of white for snowflakes. That's just I'm not that coordinated to make every line exactly the same. So yeah, I'm matting up every single nail and I'm curing that for 60 seconds, not 30, because I want it to actually be matte. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys how I do my snowflakes and everything else on the rest of the nails. Okay, so my nails are all matte now, and I'm going in on my ring finger. I'm making two, like, I want to say medium sized snowflakes on both the, like, towards the bottom of the nail and the top, like at the very tip, but like across from each other. And I'm doing the same dotting tool method of snowflake that I did on all the other nails, fixing up any dots as I go before I put the acrylic powder on top of them because I am making these like textured. So I will be using clear acrylic powder on top of these and then curing it so that the design, you know what it does, it makes that little texture of sweater material, okay? This is a bunch of, I don't know how to explain half the stuff I'm doing in this video, but right now I'm doing some hearts and I'm using the dotting tool to outline where I want my hearts to start and stop. I don't know what that was. And I'm using that same liner brush from earlier and I'm just connecting the dots to make them into a heart, make a V shape and then fill in these spots I see. And I'm also just making like a thick line on the outside of the hearts, if that makes sense, like where the thick white line is. Yeah, right here you can see. I'm making a thin line right there and then making all of that like textured so it can look like it's just popping out in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this on the pinky and the thumb. The middle finger is also going to have hearts, but that's going to have like a few dots around it too. So you'll see that. So after I was done my middle finger, I ended up going in on my thumb and doing the same like pattern that I did previously on the last nail. But as you can see, this thumb is missing the snowflake, so I did have to go in and do the snowflake afterwards. And I showed you guys me doing it on camera, but I did end up matte top coating it just where I did the snowflake at, but off camera because there's no point in showing that. I just messed up and I should have did that before I matted the nail, but I didn't. So I just want to show you guys that, but I didn't do the snowflake with like any acrylic on top of it. I just messed up and had to go back and do the snowflake anyway on the nail. So after I did all the acrylic on top of the nails, I'm dusting them off and then I'm using this like gold that I got from Magpie Beauty. And you can use any gold if you want to do gold or silver, whatever, but I'm using gold and I'm just outlining basically every design that I did except for the ring finger with the snowflakes. I'm doing dots on that nail because it doesn't make any sense to outline a whole snowflake. That's doing too much, and I'm not doing all that. But yeah, I'm gonna outline most of the nails, like the French, the thumb, the pinky. But for the like candy cane nail, I'm just gonna do like accent lines with the gold, and you'll see that. But yeah, I didn't want the gold to be matte, so that's why I'm doing it last because this is non-white and it stays shiny. So it wasn't sticky or anything afterwards, so it was perfectly fine just to leave it like that. But you could top coat it if you want, but I didn't want to. I wanted it shiny on top of the matte, so that's just what I did. And yeah, I'm not outlining the candy cane, like I said, I'm just adding, like, accent lines throughout it to make it look more like a bow, more like candy cane-ish bow. I don't know what I'm trying to explain, but you know, you can see what I'm doing, okay? So to finish off the nails after I cured them and everything, I'm going with my hand file and my buffer to just smooth out those edges of the nails, to clean them up a little bit. And I like to use the buffer now because I don't like when the nails are like super, super sharp when they're square. It's just me. I don't know what it is, but I like the buff them out because it makes them a little smoother in my opinion. But that is optional for press-ons. If I was making press-ons for someone else, I would just like, file it and leave it like that, leave it sharp, and then, they can smooth it out or wear it down as they want, but I wanted to buff it out just for me personally, so that's what I did. But yeah, these are what the nails are looking like, and I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe, and let me know any other video ideas you wanna see me do, any other winter nail ideas before winter's done. We got, like, a few more months, but yeah, just let me know, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.